Hello and welcome to vlog number 10. I hope you're finding things interesting and relevant to your project. One thing I'm going to talk about now, and it's going to be about variations, so this is probably a little bit like late in the game to what I recommend anyway, like herein, is when you're thinking about doing a building project, get a book. Buy a book. And where you discuss your notes, thoughts and feelings, and then there could be, you call it your project book. But when it comes on to being on site, whether it be a phone call, take this, literally trust me, it will help you. It will help you. Because if you can do this diligently, you will have the best record possible. Because everybody forget things or whatever it may be. So if you get a phone call from your builder, your architect, consultants, whatever it may be, make a note in your book. So it starts off with a date, could be a time if you want to be that anal, but I wouldn't necessarily say that's essential. But where basically you know everything down. Do you know what? It makes for a smoother project. Because if, for example, there's problems with people on site, you can catch them out very early. Say, no, you said this to me on this day. I've got it here in my notebook. This is basically everything we've agreed to all these different parties. And if you can do it diligently, I know it's tough to do it. It will make for a very, very smoother project for you. Hopefully, other people probably won't like it, but fuck them, you're paying the bills. Anyway, that's my recommendation in regards to start a project. It's late, I know it's vlog number 10, but I was only talking about, well, asked to talk about variations today, but it got me thinking about how you start your project. So here you go.
Blog number 10, Dealing with Project Variations. I believe nothing should be expected to be undertaken for free. However, a client's presumption should be everything is chargeable. If a builder decides not to charge at a later date, then fine. I recommend any builder whom is asked to undertake a variation. Never say there will not be any charge at this point, as it's only a 5-minute job. Nothing is generally a 5-minute job. What I have found over the years, when it comes to final account, everyone but the builders forget all these extra works. I work on the basis that I will be fair on final account as long as the client is fair with me, and I can then decide to undertake works for free. But I would always record as a potential cost up to final account. Variations are changes to the original scope of work agreed in a construction contract. They can be caused by various factors, such as design changes, technological advancements, statutory changes, change in conditions, or non-availability of supplies and materials. Variations can have cost and time implications for both the builder and the client, so it is important to manage them effectively. Here are some tips on how to deal with variations with a builder. Plan in advance. Before signing a contract, make sure you have a clear and detailed scope of work, and that you understand the terms and conditions of the contract, especially those related to variations. You should also have a contingency budget and time allowance for possible variations. Communicate clearly. When discussing variations with the builder, be clear and specific about the desired changes, and discuss the feasibility and cost implications of those changes. You should also be open to the builder's suggestions and recommendations, as they may have insights or experience that can help to improve the project. Document everything. Any variations to the contract should be documented in writing and signed by both parties. This will help to avoid disputes and confusion later on. You should also keep a record of all the correspondence and evidence related to the variations, such as emails, photos, invoices, receipts, etc. Monitor the progress. You should regularly check the progress of the project and the variations, and compare them with the original plan and budget. If there are any issues or delays, you should communicate with the builder and try to resolve them as soon as possible. Be flexible. Sometimes, variations are unavoidable or beneficial for the project. You should be prepared to adapt to the changing circumstances and negotiate with the builder to find the best solution for both parties. You should also be realistic about your expectations and the limitations of the project. Variations are common in construction projects, but they can be managed effectively if you follow these tips. By planning ahead, communicating clearly, documenting everything, monitoring the progress, and being flexible, you can deal with variations with a builder and achieve a successful outcome for your project. I hope this helps. Warm regards. Brad. My blog joke: why did the busybody roofer perform such a poor job on the building? He was consistently eavesdropping.